Now, if you're watching this right now and you enjoy sim racing, at some point in your journey playing racing games, you would have been playing with one of these. Whether that's playing the Gran Turismo series or the Forza series or even the Need for Speed series, you would have been playing on a controller. However, unlike me, your sim probably didn't randomly decide to stop working. So while I'm trying to save up for a sim, I'm stuck with this. And because of this, why not try and see, is it possible to play iRacing on a controller? Right, so we're going to be doing this in the MX-5 here at Summit Point. It's an easy car to drive, relatively easy track, and it's just genuinely a good combination. And what we're going to do a few laps in a test race, and then I'm not going to drive against actual people because I don't really want to ruin their race. But we're going to do a race against the AI afterwards as well and just see how we fare. Now just a few things to go through. So we've obviously calibrated everything. We've got our brake, pedal. Now something to bear in mind is that the travel that we have with our brake and our pedal, not a lot. And we're going to have to be quite cautious about that, as well as our steering input. Now the wheel range that I've set this to is like the minimum, which benefits me on a controller, so that, for example, if I were to put it at like say 180, this is literally just like full lock all the way, which is not what we want, to be honest. So, and unfortunately what this also means with our brake pedals is that iRacing really rewards you with trail braking, which is almost impossible on the controller. So we're going to see how we get on, do a few laps, see how we get on, and then hopefully not put it in the wall. So obviously I've mainly been playing a lot of F1 and dirt rally and stuff, and the controls on that have been alright so far. I've done a little bit of driving on iRacing before with a controller when I'm like recording videos for like VCO or stuff like that. So I think I should be okay, but you never know. Right, here we go. This is usually relatively fast left-hander. Oh gosh, no, keep it, hold it. Right, we're fine. And then I think here we can just double on the brakes a little bit, and then oh gosh, no. I think I took that corner a bit too fast. Trying to correct your steering as well when you go for a slide is quite hard on the controller, because it's on the steering wheel, you know, if you go for a slide and you try to correct your steering, it's okay. But on the controller, you try to correct your steering and you almost go into full lock all the time, and that makes you overcorrect the car. They sort of send you flying. No! Now the Mazda, you should be able to just kind of chuck into most corners and you'd be okay. So oh gosh, I haven't turned it off there. Get on the power earlier. It's just trying to keep up with the momentum, which would be another challenge on this, like not slamming on the brakes all the time, trying to keep the momentum, because that's ultimately how you drive this car. Right, let's see if we can be okay through here. Yep. Okay, there we go. Easy. Nice and easy. Look at that. Now, obviously, I'm doing this in the Mazda Cup, which isn't exactly the hardest car in the world to drive, bear in mind. But if you were to, say, take said controller and do this with, like, say, a prototype car or a GT3 or whatever, you'd probably start to experience some struggle. So it is very doable with other cars, I would say, but it's not easy, especially when you go to like a car with a lot of power, no ABS, some cars with no traction control. Like, it's particularly hard. Alright, I think I'm getting the hang of this now. My lines are a bit wacky, but it's fine. Right, let's try to go for a world record lap over here. Alright, so far we've set a 25.1, which we can definitely go faster. So, brake at the 2 cones. Use that engine braking. Turn, you buck of the bolts. There we go. Already 7/10 up. And climbing. Then there's a bit of a lift off over here, and then on the brakes. No, don't go around, don't go around. Oh, for goodness sake, man. Maybe I didn't hold the brakes for long enough, I don't know. No, I've got full locks. Whoa. I think we're ready for a race. Right, it is time. I'm kind of scared for this. We are doing a rolling start, which is not really the usual thing you find with MX-5s, but thought it'd be funny. It's going to be interesting to see how racecraft is affected with the controller, because it's about to get real. But here we go. I think, oh my god, we're already going. I've had a shocker at the start. What am I doing? And we're off! 3 laps here at Summit Point, so let's see how we do. Gonna get the toe. No one on our left. We're going down the inside of this guy on the left. Oh. Get me right in there. Oh gosh. Ooh. Thought I was about to run that guy off the track. Someone on our left. It's a bit risky to hold it around the outside there, so we're going to let him go. That's fine. We're currently in P4, I think. Oh. Car getting a bit unsettled there. We are being gapped a bit here, which is not good. Oh, quad tires. I don't even know how the quad tire model is supposed to work with MX-5s. I don't drive this car enough to know. Right, the top 3 have just run off into the distance. But we are being attacked by the guy behind, I think. I don't think he's going to go for it, so we're going to stay here. Hold our line. Gone a bit deep. Oh, hello. Made a bit of contact. Alright, we're going to have the inside over here, so squeeze into the outside as much as possible. Be a bit cheeky like that. Oh, no. Bit of contact. He somehow sticks around the outside. So that is a major skill issue on my part. But we're going to dive here. I'm in. Oh gosh. Out of the way. You know what? This is actually going a lot better than I thought it would. Try not to fully lock it as well going round corners. Because obviously if you just like fully lock the steering wheel, you're just going to understeer into the wall. Right, we're a bit in no man's land over here. We've got the top 3 up ahead. These 2 donuts behind me, who are fighting for their lives in the last lap. I'll try to stay out of that drama. If I finish P4 though, I'm happy. We started P7. Oh, he's gonna go for the inside. No, he's not. I think we've secured P4. Just one more corner to go. And across the line in P4, starting from P7. Perfect. Now that actually went a lot better than I thought. That went a lot better than I thought it would. Okay, so it's definitely possible, but I think if you start going into like GTPs, GT3s, the Porsche Cup, cars that are just a bit more sensitive to that sudden steering input or throttle input or brake input, it's quite hard. And also the biggest thing as well, because iRacing rewards drivers massively when they trail brake on a controller, trail braking is not impossible, but it's quite hard, especially considering that the travel of your brake trigger is quite short, so trying to trail brake and everything becomes quite a challenge. However, if you're doing like the Mazdas like I was doing, or any sort of lower class car, yeah, I think it's quite easy and quite possible with a bit of more practice to actually be competitive, if not competitive, at least relatively competent enough to actually go out on track and race. Now obviously, if you're looking to get into iRacing, I would strongly suggest getting a wheelbase, because consistency of inputs, steering inputs as well, will be a lot better, which will make you, one, a better driver on track, but also safer as well. But if you guys enjoyed this video, I would really appreciate it if you gave it a like, and do subscribe as well if you want to see more content. I stream on this channel and also on Twitch 4 days a week, roughly. So until then, drop a suggestion in the comments what else you want to see me do on the controller, and I'll see you in the next video.
There's a place for me. Like the words you wish you'd always said, like a hummingbird hanging in the air, like a preacher in his parapet.